Are you taking too many pills and suffering from the side effects? Well, let's talk about it. I want you to picture this. You're at the dinner table, fork in hand, but the meal in front of you might as well be cardboard. It has been that way for years. Now that was Sally's life. Now you're like, who is Sally? Well, Sally was a true patient of mine. She was in her early 70s, a grandmother with a sharp wit and a deep desire to get healthier when we first met via telemedicine. She wanted to lose weight, lower her blood pressure, and improve her metabolic health. She was already on multiple medications, like so many people her age. But halfway through one of our visits, she kind of mentioned something that made me just kind of stop. I can't taste anything anymore, she said. I haven't for years. She was told by other doctors, or she told other doctors, but nothing ever really changed. And no, this wasn't some lingering symptom from COVID. It had been going on long before the pandemic began. And I had what I call a spidey sense, right? That's what I call that little nudge that physicians get when something just doesn't quite add up. And it's not magic, but it's pattern recognition, really built from years of listening and carefully connecting small details that others might miss. So as Sally talked, that spidey sense it kind of started kicking in. I pulled up her medication list and scanned it, slowly. But one name made me pause, right? That was losartan. It's a common blood pressure medication. And buried in its official side effect list was something easily overlooked, loss of taste. It's extremely rare. Maybe 1% of patients have it happen. But we agreed to switch her medication, and then we waited. And promise, it was not instant. It wasn't even weeks, but months later, Sally logged back into another telemedicine visit with a huge grin. She said, quote, "I can taste my food again," she said. "I can't tell you what a gift that is." Now, something as simple as tasting her meals returned joy to her daily life. But I have another story, and it's about a gentleman who many years ago I had admitted to the hospital for a COPD exacerbation. He was tethered to oxygen and IV lines, exhausted and frightened. We had long, honest conversations at the bedside about quitting smoking, and he finally made a decision to stop. And then weeks later, he shuffled into my office for follow-up using a walker, and he could barely move because of severe leg pain. "How long has this been going on?" I asked. "Well, 5 years," he said. How long have you been on this statin medication?" He paused and he said, 5 years. I hadn't prescribed a statin, but I could see the connection, right? We weighed the risk and benefits, right? And we decided together to stop it. Now, months later, he walked back into my office without a walker and the pain was gone. Oh my goodness. So there really is a deadly reality of polypharmacy, right? Sally and my COPD patient are not rare cases. They're the norm. Polypharmacy, taking 5 or more medications, is now one of the biggest threats to health in older adults. More than 40% of adults over 65 fall into this category, and the numbers are sobering. Adverse drug events send 1.3 million people to the ER every year in the United States. Polypharmacy-related hospitalizations cost Medicare an estimated $50 billion annually. Older adults taking multiple medications have a graded increase in mortality risk. The more drugs, the higher the chance of dying. Now, these drug effects and their interactions have become a leading cause of death, killing an estimated 125,000 Americans every single year, more than diabetes, pneumonia, or car accidents combined, and yet most people never hear about it. So here's the dangerous pattern, right, that these stories reveal. A patient develops a new symptom, let's say a loss of taste, leg pain, dizziness. So instead of looking at medications as a possible cause, we assume it's a new disease. So another pill is prescribed, and then the cycle repeats, right? It's called the prescribing cascade, and it's one reason why polypharmacy is a major driver of the ER visits, falls, hospitalizations, and death in older adults. Now, I'm not anti-medication, I'm pro-quality of life. Medications save lives, but when side effects rob you of basic joys like walking without pain, tasting your food, and feeling steady on your feet, something has gone terribly, terribly wrong. And what worries me most is that we normalize the symptoms, right? I'm just getting older, or I guess this is how life is now. But sometimes the culprit isn't age, it's the pills themselves. So what can you do today? You want to keep an updated medication list, right? Include every prescription, supplement, and over-the-counter medication or drug. Ask, why am I still taking this? If there isn't a clear answer, it's time to reevaluate. Request a full medication interaction check. Most doctors and pharmacists have software built into their EHR systems that can instantly screen for dangerous drug interactions. Ask them to run it. Notice new symptoms: fatigue, dizziness, appetite changes, confusion, falls, mood shifts can be medication related. Bring concerns to your doctor or the pharmacist, right? But never stop a medication suddenly. But don't ignore your gut. And there's also some online tools like websites like drugs.com, Interaction Checker, or Medline Plus. They allow you to enter your medications and see possible side effects and interactions. Ask about deprescribing. There are safe, evidence-based ways to taper off medications you no longer need. But never stop a medication on your own without guidance. Doing so can be dangerous. Always work with your doctor or pharmacist to create a safe plan if any medication needs to be reduced or discontinued. But please don't forget supplements. Supplements count as medications too. Many people assume they're harmless because they're quote-unquote natural, but supplements can cause side effects and dangerous interactions just like prescriptions. For example, St. John's wort can interfere with antidepressants and birth control pills. Ginkgo biloba can increase bleeding risk if you're on aspirin or warfarin, and calcium supplements can block the absorption of thyroid medications or antibiotics. Always bring a list of your supplements and over-the-counter products to your medication checkup so you can be screened for interactions. So what's the takeaway here? Polypharmacy isn't just about pills, right? It's about stolen independence, hidden suffering, and lives cut short by side effects that no one connected back to the medication list. Sally regained her sense of taste. Wasn't just about food. It was about reclaiming the simple pleasure that makes life worth living. My COPD patient, he's walking without pain, savoring the independence he thought he had lost forever. You have more control than you think. Right? Schedule a medication checkup with your doctor or pharmacist. Bring every bottle you take, ask which ones are truly necessary, have them run an interaction check. Because the real question isn't, does this pill lower my blood pressure or cholesterol, right? It's more importantly, the question is, does this pill give me more life or quietly take it away? So if you're ready to take control of your medications, a single conversation could save your health or life. And that's why I created a medication checkup worksheet. It's a simple step-by-step guide to help you organize your medications, spot red flags, and have a productive conversation with your doctor or pharmacist. It includes a few really important things. One, a full checklist for reviewing every medication, supplement, and over-the-counter product, a list of the most common medications and their potential side effects, the exact questions to ask your doctor to avoid dangerous interactions, and space to track concerns and next steps. You can find this worksheet along with a written article of this exact topic that we just spoke about today at Substack. You can see the link below. You can join as a member, and once you join as a member, you can get the worksheet and all the back worksheets for all the other archives for free. As long as you join as a paid member. Now, as a free member, you will get everything in written form. You just won't get the worksheets, but that is your choice. But I do try to provide as much as I can on the free side as well, and would love to have you as part of our Substack community. It's amazing. So thank you again for listening, and I will see you next time. I'm Dr. Laurie Marbas. Now, if you've ever taken a multivitamin, you've probably assumed it's giving you everything that you need. But the truth is, most women's multivitamins are filled with nutrients that you're already getting from your food, while skipping the ones your body really needs to thrive. And that's where the For Her Essential System comes in. I co-created the For Her Essential System with Complement, a science-backed supplement system that provides the essential nutrients women need for optimal health. It's designed to support hormonal balance, energy, bone health, and much more, with just the nutrients we struggle to get without the unnecessary fillers. What sets the For Her Essential System apart is that it is specifically formulated for women, with dosages based on the latest research ensuring you get what you need so you can thrive in everything you do all day, every day. Now, to learn more and try it for yourself, visit the link in the description below and use the code for an exclusive discount. Take control of your health with the nutrients that matter most.